They found him lifeless in a Manhattan apartment, a 19-year-old gone in minutes from a single pill. 2 years later, federal agents say they finally have men to answer for his death. On July 23, Leandro Anthony De Niro-Rodriguez, grandson of actor Robert De Niro and son of Drena De Niro, was found dead in Manhattan. The NYC Medical Examiner ruled the death an accidental overdose from fentanyl-laced pills and other substances. On October 30, 2025, prosecutors announced indictments and arrests of 5 men, accused of supplying counterfeit opioids tied to that death and 2 other 19-year-old fatalities. The news reopened painful questions about teen drug supply chains and how social media marketplaces feed them. Who are the 5 charged, and how did authorities trace them? Two years after 19-year-old Leandro De Niro-Rodriguez died of an accidental overdose in July 2023, federal agents announced a major breakthrough. On October 30, 2025, 5 men were arrested and charged in connection with his death and 2 other teen fatalities. The suspects, Grant McIver, Bruce Epperson, Eddie Barreto, John Nicholas, and Roy Nicholas, stand accused of distributing thousands of counterfeit opioid pills laced with fentanyl, sold via social media targeting teens and young adults. Prosecutors say their actions directly caused the deaths, and this case now exposes the dark, modern marketplace of illegal narcotics. Why did it take 2 years to make these arrests? And who else might still be involved? At 1:23 p.m. on July 7, 2023, a friend entered a downtown Manhattan apartment and found 19-year-old Leandro De Niro-Rodriguez unresponsive. The NYC Medical Examiner ruled the cause: accidental overdose from a cocktail including fentanyl, bromazolam, alprazolam, 7-aminoclonazepam, ketamine, and cocaine. According to the federal indictment unsealed October 30, 2025, 5 men allegedly distributed thousands of counterfeit opioid pills to teens and young adults. Leandro's death was one of 3 among 19-year-olds linked to the same scheme. Prosecutors described encrypted chats in which one dealer warned a buyer, "I don't want to kill you," responding that the pills might not be prescription. Yet the teen pressed on. As the network expanded, detectives realized this wasn't casual drug dealing. It was a sophisticated web exploiting social media, targeting vulnerable youth who believed they were buying normal pills. Arrest operations spanned multiple states: McIver in Houston, Epperson in Troy, and the Nicholas brothers in New York. The charges: conspiracy to distribute controlled substances resulting in death, each facing up to 20 years or more. Prosecutors told how the network allegedly targeted teens via social media platforms, supplying massive batches of counterfeit pills. Still unanswered: how these dealers gained access to their young victims, what role each man played in the chain, and whether more arrests are coming. Could dismantling this network finally bring some measure of justice to grieving families? Investigators found burner phones, encrypted messages, and digital wallets filled with crypto payments. The men behind it weren't kingpins. They were everyday people chasing quick money. The agency emphasized that counterfeit pills remain a top driver of fatal overdoses across the U.S., killing more than 70,000 people annually. As of October 2025, all 5 defendants remain in federal custody awaiting trial in the Southern District of New York. The De Niro family has not issued new statements since the indictments, but continues to advocate for awareness about fake prescription drugs. Authorities confirmed investigations are ongoing into other potential suppliers linked to the same distribution ring. The case underscores the growing danger of fentanyl in recreational drugs, a national crisis that crosses age, status, and fame.